Hello everyone, welcome to Cloud Patashala Linux Fundamentals video series. We in this video series are discussing basic Linux commands that we use on a day-to-day basis. This is part 8 of the video series wherein we would be discussing commands like ping, wget, uname, top and history. Let's look into the first command, which is ping. The ping command is one of the most used basic Linux commands for checking whether a network or a server is reachable or not. In addition, it is used to troubleshoot various connectivity issues that occur on a regular basis. The general format is ping and the host name or the IP address. For example, we could do a ping google.com, which would tell us if the internet connectivity to google.com is there or not. So let's look at the lab on how this can be done. I'll open a local terminal. I'm on the local system. I'm not SSH'd into any of the Linux machines, but I'm exactly on the Windows server, and I'll say ping google.com, and this should give me a response which would actually be it trying for 4 consecutive times, and this would also tell us the time that it took to get the response from the server. So I can do this again, and this would give me a lower latency this time. So this is how the ping command works. We get basic information of how many packets were sent. In this case, with 4 packets were sent and 4 packets were received, there was a loss of 0 packets, so the percentage loss is 0. The approximate round trip time in milliseconds, so the minimum is 50 milliseconds and the maximum was 130 milliseconds. The average for all the 4 comes out to be 87 milliseconds. So this is basically about the ping command. Now if I want to run the ping command for a consecutive 10 times, so what I could do is I could say ping google.com, and I can give a flag -n and equal to 10. This would make sure that the ping command actually triggers for 10 times, and this would then give us an average of all the 10 moves. The next command that we are looking at is wget. The Linux command line lets you download files from the internet using the wget command. It works in the background without hindering other running processes. The wget command retrieves files using HTTP, HTTPS, and FTP protocols. It can perform recursive downloads which transfer website parts by following dictionary structures and links, creating a local version of the web page. Also, to use wget, we just have to enter a basic command, that is wget and the URL. For example, we could enter the following command to download the latest version of WordPress on our servers. So basically what I do is do a wget wordpress.org and then say latest.zip. So what it would do is basically download the latest version of WordPress website for us. And you would see that this has connected to the WordPress website. It is waiting for awaiting a response from the site, and once it gets the response, it would then start downloading the stuff. The IP address that you're seeing over here is 192.0.78.9, and this is how we would be getting in packages on our remote server. We'll also take another example wherein so basically this is saying that it could not find the stuff. What I could do is if I had to download WordPress download, if I just search for the term WordPress download, and then so this is WordPress 6.11. What I could definitely do is copy the link address, and this should basically give us the command. This would now download the binary into our system. As you see, this did fail for a bit, but then this was able to successfully download the file, and we now have the file latest.zip in our directory. which is this. So this is basically the WordPress site. Similarly, we could also download other applications, like you could say download Terraform or Ansible or any other thing. So what we could do is always go to the main document sites, click on download over here, and then this would take me to the basic sites, and you would see that even the Linux commands, they are using a wget in order to download the entire file or the binary. So this is exactly how everything is happening. So this is about the wget command. The next command that we would be looking at is uname. Uname is a Unix name command, will print detailed information about your Linux system and the hardware. This includes the machine name, operating system, and the kernel details. To run this command, you simply have to enter uname into the CLI. Let's quickly look at an example of how this works. I could say uname, and this would just give me uh, Windows NT 10 as of now. This is happening because this is actually running on my local server or my local laptop. But if I connect to my Ubuntu machine that is running on my local system on the VirtualBox environment, if I go into this and I enter the password, I elevate my privileges, and if I clear the screen and then if I type uname, this should give me the basic details, that is Linux. So this is how this is working. So as you see, so on my local laptop, when I just ran it on my local shell, this gave me actually the actual detail that it gave me was Windows NT 10, whereas when I ran it on the Linux server, it actually gave me the output as Linux. There are also some options that can be printed along with this. So if we type uname -a, we would get a detailed information about the build, the VM name, the host name of the server, and then also the build and the architecture type. Apart from that, if you want to see the kernel information, you could say a -s, which is this, and a -n would print you the node's name, which is Ubuntu VM 1. So a -a would give you a detailed list of all the information that is needed. The next command that we are looking at is top. The top command in Linux terminal will display all the running processes and a dynamic real-time view of the current system. It sums up the resource utilization from CPU to memory usage. The top command can also help us identify and terminate a process that may use too many system resources. To run the command, simply type top on the system or the kernel or the CLI. I just say top, and this would give me a detailed description of what amount of memory is occupied, the total amount of memory that is there, and the memory that is free. It will also give me the CPU details of things, also give me a load average of what exactly is happening on the server, and also list down all the services or the processes that are running along with their process IDs. So we'll basically be able to see what all is running on the server at this given moment. In order to come out of the top command, I could just type Q and I would be out of the shell. Now the information that you see on the top command is real-time information, and this would keep on changing along with passing time. So as and when any process consumes more of the CPU or the memory, this would always be changing and you would see a lot of other stuff happening. So this is about the top command. The next command that we have is called as history. With history, the system will list up to 500 previously executed commands, allowing you to reuse them without re-entering the entire command. Keep in mind that only users with the sudo privileges can execute this command. How this utility runs also depends on which Linux shell you use. Let's quickly go look at an example. So on this existing server, I have already run a bunch of commands. You would see that I currently have around 305 odd commands that are already run on the system, and this is how we sum everything up. Now you would notice that I am on the root user. Now if I type the history command over here, the user details might change a bit, and you would see that we are not able to see all 305 commands, but we are only able to see 169 odd commands that are run. This is because this is only showing the commands that were run by the Ubuntu user, whereas when I ran it with the root user, it showed me along with the Ubuntu user as well as the root user's outputs. So that is the difference that is being seen over here. So this is about history command. So always you can always get into this, and you could always see what was actually run and go with the history, and you will get the output. So this is exactly how stuff is done on a regular basis. Well, that's it for this short video, guys. I hope you liked this video. Please share this video with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to hit the like button. And if you would like to see more such videos and have not subscribed to the channel, we strongly recommend you to subscribe to the channel and keep waiting for the videos. If you have any suggestions or queries, doubts related to any of the steps, or would like to see any of the technical topics to be discussed on this channel, do help us with the queries in the comment section, and we would definitely get back to you with the details. Thank you so much for watching. Keep having a great